Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great and keeping safe. In today's times when everything has gone online and right from education to work to socializing, our lives revolve around online platforms and channels of communication. I decided that it would be the best time for me to share basics of building a strong professional profile to the more detailed aspects such as how can you make the right connections, reach out to people when you want to seek help or guidance or increase your business network, or just stay connected to inspiring professionals. So what you can take away from this video is, so let's start with the basics of a professional profile. Now, LinkedIn is one of the most common channels used for building a professional profile, but all other job portals as well as your own website or your own blog page also can act as professional profiles. So it depends on what is your profession or business. So I'm going to talk about typically three types of professional profiles that you can have. The first one and the most prominent one is LinkedIn or any other professional networking website. In simple language, this is your online resume. So it just helps you put everything in a nice presentable format which is standardized across countries and across companies. So it helps everybody understand easily what is your work experience, what are your skills, achievements, and what is it that you want to achieve as a professional. So the first step is signing up on LinkedIn with an email ID that you access the most frequently, and that is also a professional email ID. And my recommendation would be to make a LinkedIn profile from your personal email ID and not an office or a college email ID, because you're going to be needing access to that email even after you leave your companies or graduate from your colleges. You can also sign up using a mobile number, so the choice is yours. And once you're signed up, make sure that you upload a professional looking or a decent passport type of a profile picture, and I would suggest not to put up selfies or a casual looking photo, simply because it's a professional profile and not your social media profile. So please do not mix up both. The second point is putting in all the details of your educational history, your work experience, along with your company, college names, and a good enough information on what projects and main buckets have you worked on. If you have achieved any awards or possess any certifications which are in line with your career history, then please make sure you include that as well. This would be enough to build a basic version of a LinkedIn profile, which would be informing the world about your pedigree, work experience, skills that you possess, and the professional goals that you have. The next step is to reach out to the right network. So LinkedIn has pages of all the companies, and almost all leaders of all the companies are also present there. So following their accounts and pages and sending them connection requests will help you stay up to date about not only what the companies are working on and promoting, but also the vision of the leaders and the direction in which the management of those companies are moving in. Another important aspect is a lot of HRs, recruitment agencies, as well as HR consultants put up job vacancy details in their posts. So following them would also help you to stay up to date about the information of which company is hiring for what role, and you can directly apply by sending your resume to those email IDs. The next set of people to connect to are your own company peers as well as your college batchmates. Because right now you're all in the same company, but there will be a time you'll all disperse out in the world and join different companies, and this is your strongest network which you can leverage at any point in time to identify opportunities and build teams in your future company. Apart from LinkedIn, you can look at making your own small website or a blog page, the contents of which are similar or same as LinkedIn, but they are just on a different channel and presented in a different format. So that would also help you share it with anybody who asks you about your resume. It is a much better way of sharing information rather than a detailed page of resume. And the third channel are your social media channels, which you can use if you own a business or if you're an entrepreneur who wants to make a professional page sitting up on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, etc., to just ensure that your visibility increases. And if your nature of business is for the customers who are on social media, that might help you garner a lot of business for yourself as well. So once your basics are in place, once you have an elaborate, polished and up-to-date profile of yours either on LinkedIn or any other website, blog, channel, etc., you can start venturing into strengthening your professional presence and network by following these 3 strategies that I have learned in my professional career so far. The first strategy is to be 2 steps ahead. With the current advancements in the speed at which news spreads, in the culture of breaking news and stories and tweets, one needs to ensure that one is always up to date and maybe 2 steps ahead than others in order to stay abreast with the new developments and launches that every company is going to do. More often than not, it is actually a validated news because of the crowdsourced validation that comes on these platforms. Right from any job posting to the new launches that companies are doing, to the kind of vision changes or developments that happen in companies, all of this news is extremely essential for you as a professional to consume and to process in case it affects you. In case it doesn't affect, it is still a valuable information to have and store in your memory bucket so that you know what is the general trend in the professional world that is going on, how is the economy growing, which are the most growing industries, and what are the trends that are going on. If you are working in a company, these updates will give you many ideas about possible innovations and newer ways of solving problems for your customers, be it a service or a product company. Versus if you're an entrepreneur and own your own company or business, these will guide you towards staying up to date with the trends and develop or offer more relevant and relatable solutions which will be adopted in a much faster way. The second strategy is to approach the right people at the right time. This is something which comes with a lot of research and practice, by which I mean that the more you observe the leaders and the more you read up on companies, their management styles, and the people who are making news from those particular companies, the more you will know who to reach out to when you want to apply for a job or just get educated on a certain bit of information or learn about their products and services, or just reach out to them to sell your own products or services. So identify the correct people in your particular area of interest and reach out to them through the correct channels and talk to them about the goals that you want to achieve with their involvement. If you fail to get responses from a few people, do not get demotivated and keep reaching out to them by other channels. Let's say if you fail to get a response on LinkedIn, chances are that person does not frequently visit LinkedIn or log into LinkedIn. So you can try emailing that person or contacting them via the company sources that are given. And even then, if you fail to get a response, move to the next person. In today's times, there is no dearth of inspiring leaders and people who have done immensely well in every field. And so you should keep trying to identify the right people and then reaching out to them via the correct channel. The third and the last thought that I want to leave you folks with is be consistent. Create content. Now, is to create content and be consistent. The content can be anything from sharing a post or a learning or a motivational quote to a YouTube video or a blog post, whatever resonates with the kind of thoughts and beliefs and opinions you have. This basically will help you stay active on the network and be visible to your network. Plus, it will also help them connect with you for the things that you believe in and stand up for. So it will be a win-win situation for you and your network, and it will definitely help you in the long run when the people connect with you over others who are inactive for any opportunity or question or support that they might seek. If you're someone who does not like writing or creating things and sharing it with people, it is still fine. You can still share little updates and take baby steps and grow from there. So these were my 2 cents on the basics and certain detailed strategies of building an impactful and efficient professional profile. I would love if you connect with me by subscribing to this channel and commenting on this video. I'm also reachable on my website and LinkedIn. I'm usually responsive there. And if you have any questions or recommendations related or unrelated to this particular topic, please feel free to share it with me, and I'd love to talk about that and share my point of view on that. I wish you all the best for your professional journey. Thank you so much for stopping by and taking out time. I appreciate your support a lot. Take care.